It's almost that time of the year again. We're only a few weeks away from the big day. That's right, Christmas. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to offer up some suggestions of possible gift ideas, because I know that for everybody this time of the year, it's a bit of a struggle. You may have that person in your life that you just don't know what to get them. So what I wanted to do was give you a few ideas, some things that I like that you may like as well. So let's have a look. So, first up, what I've got is for the minimalist in your life, the person that carries a wallet that doesn't want to carry a lot of cards or cash or whatever the case may be. So, the first thing I've got is a slim minimalist wallet from a company called Duxtio. Now, I got this last year on Amazon. It's roughly about $35 Canadian, and I love it. It's RFID. It doesn't bend. It doesn't break. You can drop it as much as you want, and it protects your cards. Now, you can put about 10 to 12 cards in the little wallet, and you don't have to put that many in as you want, but that's roughly about what you can put in it. It has a small cash strap on the back. What made me look for this was the fact that I was looking for a money clip, because I had a bad habit of pulling stuff out of my pocket, and if there was any cash in my pocket, it would come out too, and I wouldn't notice it. It would fall on the ground and I'd lose cash. So what I did was I was looking for a money clip, and instead I got one of these, and I've been using it for about a year now. As you can see, I'm sitting down. It's been in my pocket the whole time, and there it is. It's really quite simple to use. You just pull out your card, push it back in, done. You can see that I've got some cash in the back under the strap, and it works really well. Slips easily into a front pocket, no problem at all. And that's it. That's the slim minimalist wallet from Duxtio. Now, we may all have in our lives a card player, a solitaire player, a magician even. And next up is an item that I discovered this company a while back, and you may have watched my other video, I'll link to it in the description below, of the Star Wars cards from Theory 11. These are their high Victorian cards, and they're absolutely gorgeous. You can see them here, and they're a high quality card, again, by Theory 11. I'll link to them again in the description below. And all of these items I will link to the description in the description below, and some of them may be affiliate links, so if you happen to purchase any of these items through those links, it will help out my channel and help me keep doing the things that I'm doing here. So I thank you for that. Now, these cards are high quality. They're premium playing cards. They're absolutely beautiful cards. They're really, really, really nice. So if you've got someone that likes to play with cards, I highly recommend these. Theory 11 playing cards. Now, the next thing may seem a little odd to some people that don't actually carry a pocket knife. I've always been one that's carried a pocket knife for many years, and I find it very handy. Now, one thing that you will discover if you start carrying a pocket knife is how much you actually use a pocket knife if you have one on you. Now, some may think this is just for the men in the audience, but in fact, my girlfriend has a Swiss Army knife on her keychain that she uses all the time for opening packages, letters, whatever the case may be. Now, myself, I carry a pocket knife on my pocket, and I actually have a Swiss Army knife in my jacket, which has tweezers and scissors and knives and a toothpick and all kinds of things. It's like a toolbox in my jacket pocket, so it's great. Now, the one that I'm talking about today is the Pilar Large from Columbia River Knife and Tool Company. I recently just got this knife. I saw it online and I absolutely love it. It's replacing the one that I have been carrying for about the last year. And as you can see, it's got a brushed aluminum handle. It's got a belt clip that can go either tip up or tip down. It's got what I believe they call it a goat's foot shaped knife. It's kind of a cleaver kind of blade. It's got a little slot in the back of the blade so that you can actually get a really good grip on it if you're cutting something. And it's a great little knife, and I got it from a place called House of Knives here in Canada. It was about $65, and it's a great little knife, and you won't even notice it in your pocket. So if you like this knife, link in description. Now, if you have a photographer or videographer or someone like that in your life, the next little gadget that I have it's called a friction arm. I have two of them here. They're great little items. They flex, they fold, they bend. You can attach them to tripods, light stands, video rigs like the one I'm using. You can see it in my small rig video for my smartphone video rig video that I will link in the description below as well. How these function, they move their arm. These are from a company called Small Rig, and they're great little items. So these are great stocking stuffers. They're not expensive. This one was roughly about $20. This was about half of that. They're different dimensions for different sizes, different uses, and they're great little rigs. No pun intended. So for the photographer or videographer in your life, add these to their Christmas list. Now, we all have the whiskey drinker in our lives, and this year I wanted to recommend one of my favorites. It's a bourbon, and it's called Woodford Reserve. Now, it's got hints of vanilla and caramel. It's a really easy drinking whiskey, and one of my favorites. I've discovered it recently. I've been on a bit of a bourbon kick lately. I still like Scotch and Irish whiskey, but I've been on a bit of a bourbon kick. So this one I definitely recommend. It doesn't matter how you drink your whiskey, straight, with mix, on the ice, doesn't matter. Drink it how you like it, but this will satisfy you in any one of those ways. So I definitely recommend this for the whiskey drinker in your life. It's roughly about $50 Canadian. Now, most of us in our lives have a reader in our life. And myself, I'm an avid reader. I consume a lot of books. I probably read between 50 and 75 books a year. I know that sounds a little insane, but it's just what happens. I read a lot. So one of the books that I've read recently that I wanted to recommend was a book by Stephen King. It's called 11/22/63, and it's not one that is, the typical horror Stephen King. It's not It or The Shining or anything like that. It's based around the assassination of John F. Kennedy in the early 60s, and 11/22/63, obviously. And there's time travel, there's murder, there's romance, there's all kinds of things. There's a little bit for everybody in this. And it's a bit of a chunker. It's roughly about 900 pages. So, but it is a fairly good page turner. So for the reader in your life, I definitely recommend this one. It's a really good book. Now, I wanted to recommend another thing that I read a lot is fantasy, so I wanted to recommend this series as well. It's by probably one of the hottest fantasy artists out there right now. His name is Brandon Sanderson, and this is called This Stormlight Archive. This is the first book in the series. There are 4 currently. The 4th one just came out this month, and this is a fantastic series. As you can see, this is also another chonker. This is about $1,000. No, it's not $1,000. It's about 1,000 pages, and this is a really, really good series as well for the fantasy reader in your life. With these 2 books, you can see that somebody's time will be eaten up quite a bit with just reading these 2 books. So I highly recommend both of these, and for the reader in your life. Now, for the techie person in your life, we've got the last thing that's on the list this year, and that is the Mavic Mini from DJI. This little drone is an amazing little device. I recently just got it. I'm still learning to fly it. There is a bit of a learning curve when it comes to flying these drones. They are fast. They are incredibly agile, so I definitely, if you get one of these, recommend taking your time and learning slowly in wide open spaces to start off. And this little rig has a 2.7K camera in it. Now there is a Mavic Mini 2 that just came out. I'll link to both in the description below. And the new Mavic Mini also has a 4K camera. Now, for those of you that aren't going to be doing video or doing YouTube videos or whatever the case may be, this is just a fun little rig to get up and see a different point of view of the world, bird's eye view, looking down on everything. It's great for family trips. It is very, very tiny. Just to give you an idea, that's how easily it closes up. And just to give you perspective, the deck of cards that I showed you earlier, there's the drone and the deck of cards. This is a very, very tiny drone, but a very, very good drone that can travel a long way up in the air. It can travel a fair distance, and it's great to fit in a pocket or a bag to carry with you. It's a wonderful little rig. So that's the final thing on my list. All of these things, or the majority of them, will be linked in the description below. Again, as I said, some of those will be affiliates, and they will help out my channel and help me keep doing these things and making these suggestions for you. So while you're down there, I hope you'll be so kind as to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified when I make new videos. And I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and stay safe, and I'll see you again soon.